ready. Make sure that's ready, right? Mm-hmm. It's gonna take a second to cook. Ooh. Wait.
Okay. Al dente.
Al dente. Salt the water. Oil so don't stick together.
Mm-hmm. Lots of salt. A little bit of salt.
A good amount of salt.
Good amount of salt.
Because I always keep frozen peppers and onions in the freezer ready for, you know, if I'm gonna make sauce, stew, or whatever.
What are the best? What are the best peppers and onions for spaghetti?
Well, so I'll do whatever, as long as it's like slightly sweet. So bell, or the yellow, or the reds.
Okay.
Sweet pepper.
Sweet pepper.
Yeah.
And then what onion? I didn't realize there was so many onions.
Yeah, no, for real.
It's like 7 onions.
You got purple onion, yellow onion, white onion, right?
The one with the V. I don't know.
Medallions, which are super sweet.
Okay.
But yellow or purple or white, I'll use for the spaghetti sauce.
Yellow, purple, or white for spaghetti sauce. Brown turkey.
Yeah, I'm gonna brown that. Yes. You season everything. You know what I'm saying? I like the no salt right here.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna make much on?
This chicken wing.
Girl.
What?
You're hilarious.
Wait, what's the difference for you
No salt.
between Tony's and the other one? The Creole?
I like it
Is there
both.
another one?
Yeah, Clap Your Mama.
Yeah.
So I like I like the layer flavors. So the salt is like kind of just a smidge of it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this is no salt. So I use a lot of herbs, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of herbs. No salt, you know. They don't have no salt in it. So you can put a lot of that in it. That'll give it a lot of flavor.
The flavor,
You want
yeah.
some brown salt flavor, you want to layer the flavors, you know?
Do you you ever cook your vegetables in the meat?
I'm taking this out,
Uh-huh.
no matter what, and then I would put the veggies in.
Okay. Cook them separate.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, you do want that extra layer of flavor from because that's a nice touch.
Oh, from the meat.
Right, from the meat.
cooking.
And little brown bits, you know. So you do want some brown bits.
And then for your vegetables, completely different.
No, same, because you want it to be complimentary, right? Put a little black pepper in today. That's a good life thing. Don't let nobody else stir your pot. Okay? Right? That goes with, don't let nobody else calculate your self-worth. Let's do my own pots.
So out of all of the seasonings, if you had a start and 5 for your seasonings, what would they be?
I have my star 5, so almost everything I use Tony Chacharin. I love the adobo, the Goya adobos, and onion powder and garlic powder. Not onion salt and garlic salt. Onion powder and garlic powder. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's right, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. And paprika. I like the paprika because it has a nice undertone flavor, like a umami, and then it adds color.
Yes.
Adds color to it, so I like that. So those are my top 5 because they go in almost everything, you know.
Yeah, I feel like I rarely use paprika, so I gotta stop sleeping. Okay, so out of the seasonings, what seasoning is the MVP?
It's gonna have to be out of the 5 that I mentioned.
Yeah.
Out of the 5 is Tony Chacharin's. I put that on everything. all my savories, all my savory foods. So, yes, Tony Chacharin's.
Okay.
And I give people every time they come in, when they come to the house, or they see me cooking something, they be on board.
Yeah, I agree.
But we do love You know, people love adobo. I like adobo, but it kind of give it a little different flavor because it have more of a Spanish flavor,
Okay.
you know, to it with some of the seasonings, the cilantro and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it's very good. Totally saturated.
Did you always value cooking? Was
Yes.
that always something?
Ever since I was a little girl.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thai food, you know, because food for me, I was the only child without my granny that would spend time with her cooking. So I would go over to her place because she did all the holiday dinners. So, you know, from like 9, you know, learning to cook. Mom was working at night, cooking little stuff for the family, you know, for my sisters.
As the oldest.
As the oldest.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed going to my grandmother's and cleaning chitlins and cleaning the collards, cutting up the collards, the process of like cleaning the chitlins and, you know, why do you, like she would make the most beautiful, simple dishes like ricotta and spaghetti. That's the whole thing. Yeah. Like just ricotta cheese and spaghetti, okay? And just make it taste so simple. Or pearl onions with peas and potatoes. Everything cooked perfectly, diced perfectly. She fried chicken backs. Cooks perfectly, nothing burnt. Crispy. So yes, I've always loved to cook. I just always loved to cook ever since I was a kid. So I love it. Makes people happy, you know. And it's like instant gratification. So I'm like, hey, you know, hey, Auntie, can you cook this? Or my husband says, hey, you know, I would like some red beans and rice, or you know, whatever it is, or you know, my sister would be like, can you cook this? So I love to cook, and I think like my sisters like to cook more because I cook. You know what I'm saying? And they're good. Like all my sisters can cook. Okay. Very, very good cooks. Yeah. So cooking is, so now our mother, who used to be a very good cook when we were coming up, she doesn't cook anything. Yeah. Because everybody cooks, you know. So I was like, yeah, just sit back and come and eat, because cook for what? But I've always loved to cook ever since I was a child, so.
Okay. Oh, well, what was your favorite dish that your grandmother made?
I'm going to say steak spaghetti and shrimp spaghetti. She used to make those two. And I made the steak spaghetti recently, but just the meat cooked down, that's so tender, just falling off the bone. Yeah. You know, you season it and, you know, cook for hours because it'd be like chuck roast. Yeah. And then you add spaghetti and that sauce, chef's kiss. And then the shrimp spaghetti, she only put like basil or salt, olive oil, and a light tomato sauce on angel hair. Yes. So I'm gonna say shrimp spaghetti and steak spaghetti. So you got the fish part in that. But she has so many wonderful things. Like I just, even though I was with her, that you just cannot freaking duplicate. Yeah. You know, like, you know, Fridays would be like back then, like scallops and shrimp and you know, whiting and stuff. And, oh God, did she make those creamed potatoes with the pearl onions and peas? They dipped the fried fish in that. Oh my God. Lord Jesus. So now she was the expert at chitlins. She made them once a year. Even our Muslim father. He said chitlins. We said chitlins. So, you know, it's just like so many dishes that she, for me, it is the spaghettis, but she just has so many wonderful things that she was just, nobody could touch it. You know, and I'm just talking about my father's mom. But see, all these people could cook. We're family eaters on both sides, mother and father's side. So,
how has your love for cooking sort of inspired or transformed your life, either like over the years or like most recently? How has it been something that's like added?
So I'm gonna say most recently, one of the things I did, I love food, but I love like the connection. So like at my job, right? You know, for instance, there's this guy, his mom died from breast cancer. And it's like, okay, he'd be like, okay, little mom, like, you know, like his second mom or whatever. And he loves my food, like, all the time. But recently, last year, I did a fundraiser at my job for breast cancer. Raised money for the cause. Made $1,000 right there. They tripled it, Bank of America. And then my company added another, so I made about $5,000. But I made jollof rice. That's African rice with, you know, with tomatoes and stuff in it, and I had beef in it. And then I made smoked turkey and collards, and I made mac and cheese. And what was so powerful about it was that my boss, who is Midwest, okay. Said the jollof rice was the best rice he ever ate. So food brings people together. Yeah. You know, a lot of times like when you don't have money, you feel rich when you have food. Yeah. When you have something in your, refrigerator. Yeah. And you can make something that's satisfying. You know.
Like the food is almost its own language, right? And it transcends those boundaries.
Because people, now you have a conversation. Like, okay, the Africans are like, how you making, you're African American, how you making jollof rice, right? I remember years ago, one of my sister-in-laws, she was a nurse, and she was sick. She was in the hospital. So I would come and I would bring her food. I would bring her French toast. Okay, and it helped because the cinnamon helps with nausea and stuff, right? And she was like you just took such good care of me. I know I didn't, until she was in that position as like a patient, it made her be more empathetic, you know, to people. But I'll bring her like French toast, you know, like stuff that I cooked. People tell me they can feel the love that I put in my food. Because I love to cook. I can cook all day. If I could do that like for a living, just cooking stuff, yes. It's almost like, you know, just preparing for like a ceremony or whatever, almost, you know. It's so important that you have that spiritual component in it. And you know, when you talk about cooking, people say season till you hear the ancestors. You know, you've heard those kind of comments, and you just, you know, just bringing things, you know, back from memory and what the connections are to the food.
What was or is the most challenging technique or like concept in cooking for you?
So I have kind of like two complicated things. One was I decided after seeing Julia, okay, I'm gonna make the beef bourguignon.
Okay. Wait, what's Julia?
Julia Childs. But there was a movie with the girl who wanted to cook all the dishes in her cookbook. Okay. So I said, well, I'm going to do the beef bourguignon. Girl. It's basically beef stew. But very complicated. And it took me the whole entire day to cook it. Because, you know, I wanted to follow all the steps and the browning of the meat and this marinade and just, absolutely delicious. But expensive ingredients that you don't want to mess up. So that was very challenging. Then one night, I was just, maybe a couple of years ago, because I've been making this a couple of years. I saw a guy, he was making gumbo. Okay. And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. You know. So I just get up the next day and go buy all the stuff. Okay. Making roux, you have to make roux right. Because if you burn it, it messes up the rest of the messes up the sauce, the stew. So making roux, you gotta know how to make roux. It's like making gravy, scratch gravy.
Are there some things you can get away with if you burn it?
No. Yeah. You start on
If you only had one utensil. If you only had one utensil. That you could use to cook everything. Cook, eat, all of that.
A good knife.
A good knife?
Mm-hmm.
What is the paste?
No, just flavor. I'm gonna learn the flavor.
Wait, so with garlic, so we got garlic powder and onion powder. But then what about garlic salt and onion salt?
Right, so for me, I don't like to use a lot of salty seasonings.
So the powder just...
A powder gives you the flavor. Right? So when you put, so you gotta keep in mind what's salted and what's not. Okay. We're gonna cook these until the peppers get translucent. You want to see, and then if you think something needs to be added,
I won't.
So then we're gonna add the meat, but we're gonna let this cook a little bit. Yeah.
Very good. Ooh, we threw something else in there.
Just a bay leaf.
Is this a bay leaf? Is this the time you throw it in?
No, I just forgot. I took it out. But there we go.
The best butter?
Yes. It's the best butter.
Okay.
But this is the one that Aldi's be having a lot of hidden gems though.